Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Rewind Gaming 3v3 Weekly. Yes, it is a Friday. Things have changed up. We're doing them on a Friday now to be able to, mix up which players can make it. We are having a couple of people asking for it, so we delivered. As always, I'm Digital Bacon, and tonight we have got on in the man from Ireland, Emron himself. How are you doing there, Emron?
I'm very well indeed, Bacon. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic as well. You probably can hear in my voice, I'm quite excited for what's coming up.
Absolutely. No, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two teams play. I haven't seen them either, and I'm quite excited. Hands are shaking slightly. Cannot wait to see some really good aerials.
Really good aerials and ceiling shots coming out probably in this first round we're going to see, because we've got Turtle Esports go up against Electronic Generation. Turtle Esports, of course, now, you could class them as seasoned veterans of Rewind purely with the amount of times they just sign up for this. Time and time again, Emron, they will make to the semi-finals at least. They have won here a couple of times as well. Rennie Rentier, I'm Kirksby, being the new lad on the block for them. And iMonk, these lads are definitely the ones we're expecting to win this first game. But Emron, Electronic Generation, we've never seen them before, so they could be a dark horse, couldn't they?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm interested to see how they play. What I'm really interested to see is from Turtle Esports is iMonk. You were talking about him a little bit before, and you said this guy he's got some really standout plays. So it's going to be a good team versus a team we've no idea really what to expect. It's going to be an interesting game. We'll have an idea after game one, Bacon. So I think that's how it's going to go. Game one will tell a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Let's let the players onto the pitch. Just a quick shout out as well to you for the $5 donation off over to Matrino. Guys, if you want to donate yourselves, hit up Matrino in chat, !Matrino, and on screen you'll see a free $1 donation code. Make sure to slam that one in. It doesn't cost you a single penny or cent. But without further ado, we are underway. This game between Turtle Esports and Electronic Generation already hotly underway. Deska trying to get that on in, but iMonk, he sends it off to the side. Crooksby running it downfield. Rennie getting on in, maybe a little bit of a double commit in positioning, but it hasn't hurt them just yet. iMonk jumping on him, putting it against the wall, causing a little bit of a mistake there from Rennie. Into the corner, no one back in defense. Cafiero with the pass off to Deska, and there you have it. Electronic Generation getting the first goal.
Yeah, I think the boys from Turtle Esports coming in a little bit slow and Bacon, a lot of mechanical misplays there, especially from Rennie.
Yeah, these lads, like I said, are more the favourites of this match, and maybe a bit of overconfidence coming into this game, Emron.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they were rotating, they were cutting across each other there for the first play. Might work against lower level teams.
Rennie didn't get the drop because Cafiera is able to get the block instead, and then gets a good block 50-50 against iMonk. But iMonk, that save coming off the wall, fantastic. Cafiera up in the air, just trying to keep it in the orange Turtle Esports side, but Kirksby is able to do a very good pass over the iMonk, but iMonk can't connect with the ball.
Oh, it's a really interesting play already. Bacon, Electronic Generation are all over Turtle Esports at the moment.
Yeah, it's all coming down to the good position, isn't it? They're spacing out across the pitch, making sure that they're able to cover each angle. A little bit of aggression coming out now from Turtle Esports. iMonk is trying to pass it in the middle, but again, good block there from Cafiera.
A lot of nerves. A lot of nerves, Bacon, from Turtle Esports already. Missing a lot of plays.
Definitely indeed. Rennie is going to charge this down the pitch. iMonk going to elect to try and dribble that to the backboard. Coming out into the centre. Rennie with that backflip is going to cost him. The ball's going to roll the whole length. Deska can't get it on in. Decides to put it back in the middle. But iMonk, once again, this lad is like one of those jumping spiders off that backboard. He's just been fantastic covering that goal.
iMonk's he's got 3 saves already, Bacon. Rennie is putting him under a lot of pressure with these misplays, both mechanically and rotationally.
Yeah, and that is odd. Rennie Rentier is the one to be known as just a wall in that midfield defense where he's making these mistakes. It is really uncharacteristic of him, and maybe that could be just a bit of nerves coming on into this. He's not playing up to his true potential today. iMonk going to pass this into the center, but no one is there. It's a handover. Ooh, but Rennie finally being able to make a brilliant save. That was needed, getting that ball out. Still dangerous looming. Rennie trying to knock out to the side, but he needs to communicate that to Cooksby.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, not much to say really. Cooksby, I don't think has a lot of boost there. There's not much they can do. Rennie needs a really good clear net. A lot of misplays already. Electronic Generation, Bacon, they're all over Turtle Esports.
They are indeed. It's strange because we've seen Turtle Esports be able to break out and get that aggression going, but it's just to no avail because their shots are a bit limp, if anything. Double commit coming out there as well from iMonk and Cooksby. Rennie getting the 50-50. Send it off to the side. iMonk needs to get us into the center. Rennie just not anywhere near that. He decided to go for the boost steal, which could have been a much better choice to just sit in middle. Pass dropping on down. iMonk going up, but not being able to get the ball. And Rennie's just going to look to linger it on down on his opponent's side, but Extremer is able to get it out. And Cooksby just trying again to retort it, get something set up. Rennie to the wall, gets the hit across, but he does not find the net.
I'm just following X-Team on board at the moment, Bacon, because at the moment in this game, in the first 3.5 minutes, he's been playing really, really well rotationally. He's very smart. Pass.
Deska trying to keep this out, putting it to the corner. Cafiera follows through. iMonk, great pinch against the wall. Cooksby is up, doesn't get the touch. Oh, and Rennie getting blocked out by the two defenders, isn't able to find a way on through. iMonk still going to elect for the challenge, but Cafiera a good, solid clear. Deska setting Cafiera up once again. The link-ups between this Portuguese electronic generation team, they're causing a real threat here.
Bacon, you've been calling out about iMonk. He's absolutely carrying this team. Another fantastic save by him. I think they really need to sort out in game number 2 because this game, it's going to be tough to see him coming back. What do you think?
Definitely agree with you there. The whole team need to work as a unit. We've been seeing the double commits. Extimer and Cafiera actually going for a double commit there. But look at Deska making his way back, making sure to just try and solidify up. Oh, but that 50-50 didn't go in his favour, and iMonk finally getting a goal for Turtle Esports.
No, it's not a good 50 at all, Bacon. You really should have thought about that a bit better than that. Deska has been putting a lot of pressure on the ball, but that wasn't a good time to do it, and they're after giving away a goal. Now this game could go either way.
Yeah, decisions like that. He should have put it into the corner, try and eliminate all angles on that goal. He's paid the price, but 25 seconds remaining. Electronic Generation are still a goal up here. If they just play the possession game, they could just hold on out and make sure that they win this first game in the best of 3. That is round 2 here on Rewind Gaming. Just waiting for the game to wind on down, aren't we? We still do have the ball up in the air, but Extremer is going to knock that down. And Enron here. We've seen, like you said, just Turtle Esports aren't playing together at all, are they?
No, what was really interesting when I followed X-Team on board there for about a minute and a half, every time the ball came to him, he looked for a teammate. He wasn't booming it clear up into the top corners of either side of the field for no good reason. There's a reason why this guy finished top of the leaderboard in this game. He was looking for his teammates every single time. That's how many. Look how many shots they had, Bacon. What is that? That's 11 shots to 4. It tells a story. To only be 2-1 in the end is actually a little bit surprising. And I was quite surprised by Rennie how poor he was.
I want to put it down because definitely iMonk and Rennie have been playing together for so long. Cooksby coming on in, maybe a new trial for the team. It's just not slotting in right, is he? He's just doing those double commits with Rennie for sure. They're trying to occupy the same sort of role in that defensive sort of third man position. Instead, he needs to be the one to change it up a bit, go into attack and really give iMonk and Rennie options there. Maybe be a striker, just let those two do their own thing, and he's just got to think about where he's got to slot in with those two.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was apparent in that game that there was definitely rotational misplays, but also at the start, Bacon, there was a lot of mechanical misplays from Turtle Esports, and they're lucky to only lose that game by a goal because in reality it should have been a lot more.
Well, we're going on into game 2 here. It is a best of 3. So Electronic Generation, if they get another win here, guys, at home, that means they're going off all the way to the quarterfinals. But Turtle Esports, they need to play a redemption song here. They've got to get out the instruments and really bang it on home. Eczema getting a great pass on in, but once again, a double committing attack from Cafetiera and Deska. They need to work on that.
Cafetiera should have left it for Deska. Deska had a much better shot.
Cafetiera putting it into the center. Deska not getting the touch, and Imont clears away. Eczema coming in as that third man, keeping the pressure going. But Rennie, finally, a great clearance out. Imont staying on the ball, a whiff coming out. And Rennie, again, just trying to jump. He's reacting upon that ball, and that means he's not set up to get the ball on out. Cooksby moving into the center. Eczema, great control. Into the center once again. Cafetiera making that ball move to the corner. Deska getting faked on out by Rennie, but well done from Cafetiera to come on through, being that extra option to solidify the defense.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I'm extremely impressed by Xteam at the moment. He's by far the best player on this field. He makes me want to switch back to the Batmobile watching this guy Bacon.
Yeah, everyone has their preference, and sometimes when you mix it up, I was going to say it can cause a couple of problems. But Eczema here, finally, the one time he makes a mistake I've seen, it has cost him. Cooksby really stepping on up.
Yeah, Cafetiera and Eczema, they should have called. One of them should have really taken charge of their Bacon. And now they're a goal down against a team that they really have been playing much better than.
Rennie finally getting this ball into his control, not being able to connect with Imont. Cooksby went all the way back in his corner. He's got to act a bit quicker. He just gets it on pass. It was a risky play keeping it that close. Cafetiera puts it on, but Imont, as always, great reactions on the lad to be able to keep that ball out of the net. Rennie just trying to clear this away, but the problem is here, they're not clearing into open space. They're clearing into the opposition.
Absolutely, and I mean, I was critical of Rennie in game number 1. And you called it that Cooksby looked a little bit nervous. He looks really nervous on defense. I mean, it was a really simple hit that he could have taken into the corner, and it's put his team under a lot of pressure there. Change over now.
Bit of a miss hit there from Cafetiera, moving it off to the corner. Had a lot of options if he decided to go the opposite way. Double commit as well from Eczema and Deska. These lads, maybe once they, fall behind, you get that sometimes, don't you, Emron, where if a team falls behind, they just start crumbling, they get worse and worse. And they just want to be in that driver's seat, so they've got to be careful here, this Electronic Generation.
Absolutely, but one of these guys needs to take charge in that situation, Bacon. There's still 2.5 minutes left. The game is nowhere near done, and with that kind of mentality, you're not going to go far in this game. You have to really step up and think about what you need to do here.
That's more like the Rennie we expect to see, pulling out some incredible little solo plays. To no avail this time. Eczema moving it to the center, connects. Oh, the pinch nearly, but it's just a wedge wide of the goal.
Passing plays again. The difference in this game, Bacon, has definitely been the boost game played by Turtle, and it's given them a much bigger foothold in the game. But I'm still not convinced by their defense.
Yep, Cooksby putting over one player, but Eczema is back. Making sure to keep that into the midfield. Deska, great 50-50 from him. Over to his teammate, crossbar and down, but not in, it is out. Unfortunate there for the Electronic Generation side. Counter coming out, wasn't strong from Rennie. Imunk again, when he's doing those clearances, he's putting it into his teammates. That's up and over to the backboard, and Rennie getting an all-important demo, moving Eczema, giving Imunk an option to run this down to his opponent's end.
Yeah, I'm just watching there. Deska, Bacon, I don't know if you would have noticed that he was inside the opposition's net for no reason at all. I know he was going for committing a challenge, but he was never getting to the challenge. Decision making in this game is starting to cost Electronic Generation.
Oh, Deska is up, gets a lofty little hit, and Rennie sends it off to the side. Running it past Imunk. Both these lads, they're so close together. Don't really know why. It's a weird attacking idea.
Yeah, it's the rotation we called, I think, from game number 1, but they're getting away with it this time because there's a lot of double commits this time from Electronic Generation.
Oh, into the centre. Oh, Cooksby nearly getting his second goal. It's a good read, but didn't work out this time. But the pressure That's what it's all about, making sure to keep your opponents sweating, keep them questioning how they've got to save the ball. Rennie hits that into Extima. Once again, could have just faked that up in the air. Is the decision making coming out from Turtle Esports just not as fine-tuned as we normally see from them?
Electronic Generation, another double commit there in the offense, Bacon.
Got to work on it. Rennie putting this against the wall, just slowing the game down, keeping it away from his opponents. Going to follow up on that, pinch it against the wall. As soon as this ball touches the ground, just like that, Turtle Esports have won it. It's game 2, 1-1 now. And well, Turtle Esports might be able to do a reverse sweep in this best of 3.
Yeah, I mean, Bacon, from looking at that game now, Turtle Esports, the nerves are starting to calm down a little bit as well, especially for I'm Cuxby. Electronic Generation, a lot of double commits, like a serious amount of double commits, especially from Cafeteria. In that game especially. I think they definitely can do it. They just need to step up a little bit more. I think they're a better team. They're passing the ball better. But from what I can see so far, I'd hate to say it, but neither of these two teams are going to be challenging for this title today.
No, they're definitely just not informed. They need to warm up a little bit more. Maybe really try and push each other, essentially, because if you can do that in these lower rounds, going on further into the tournament, when you go up against harder opponents, it'll make it a bit easier for yourselves. I think the biggest thing here, Emron, is communication, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, Bacon, as you know as well, you've seen a lot of these rewind tournaments and you've done a lot of your own tournaments as well, but nerves are coming into this, especially on an Orange team at the moment. So if they can control those nerves, they can do something here. A really bad shot.
A great read there from Extima, again from Cafetiera. Cooksby keeping this pressure going, leaves it to bounce, but no, Rennie doesn't connect with the ball. Cooksby knocking it downfield, trying to hit into his opposition. Didn't quite work there from Rennie. iMonk once again just trying to keep this ball under his possession. Problem is he's hitting it away from himself. He's not keeping it under his control. Cooksby puts the ball up high. iMonk has to be really quick to it, and he is. Knocking it aside, but Rennie is in reverse, somehow gets a block on the ball. But Exima once again being a guardian angel there on that last line for Electronic Generation.
I mean, honestly, Rennie actually could have done more with that. I think he could have scored it. If he'd used a different mechanic, he could have gotten around that ball a bit better. He could have power slid and reversed to get around the ball quicker, or half flipped, and he didn't.
I like Exima there, rough housing the goalie. Getting a bit into a tussle there. Deska trying to knock it on down. Cafetiera is there, still keep the ball high. Exima comes on through. Simple hit from him as his two teammates had just worked those defenders.
Bacon, this is phenomenal backboard play. The trust to let your third come up and take the shot after that when the two guys are buried in the net. Extima had to score that, or it was an open net, and it was a good shot.
Again, the problem shown, communication between this Turtle Esports side. Those backboard plays are easily broken down if you just say, I've got it there in your voice comms. Lads of Turtle Esports, you've got to start just doing a little bit better. Don't know how iMonk didn't get onto that. He just went straight past the ball. Missed the opportunity. Cooksby moving it into the center. Rennie and iMonk double committed for that. No one is back in defense. They've got to charge back in time. They're lucky that the Electronic Generation didn't counter that as quick as they could. All going off to Cafetiera. Couldn't get a touch. Rennie now gets under his control. Once again, overextending that ball. He hit it away. He should have gone for the dribble there.
A lot of nerves in this game, Bacon. As we know, this is the game that decides it all. Who's going to be advancing to the next round, getting closer to that 45 prize pool. It's a big game. They need to win this.
Oh, ball off that backboard. It's been a trouble for Turtle Esports. Deska knocking it towards goal, but iMonk, as always, just saving the day. Cafetiera moving it again back to that backboard. I like their Electronic Generation. Have found a weak point in Turtle Esports and aren't afraid to abuse it. Cafetiera going off to the wall. Cooksby knocking it on down. Extima to the corner to his teammate, but Rennie is able to just keep this bopping about, trying to diffuse that pressure, and iMonk gets a good clear final.
Before that, Bacon, Rennie had the chance to pass it to his teammates who were both centre and left, and he had no pressure. There was no one near him, and the ball wasn't going that quick, and he put it to the right. It's poor. He needs to look for his teammates more, because it's what's costing him at the moment.
Definitely agree with you there with iMonk dropping this down. Deska gets on past, but look at this. All three members of Turtle Esports were clustered together. Rennie has to jump across the goal. It's not a favourable option.
What a save.
Deska into the corner, looking for a center option. Eczema can't get the hit he wants, but pressure is everything at this point. 1 minute 37 remaining. It's looking like Total Esports can't even leave their own side.
It's really good pressure. Good ball possession as well. Deska there.
Can see Rennie jump up for this now. Trying to work it up in control in the air. Drops onto the ball. Deska has to put this into the corner, but unfortunately hits the ball just a slight bit too wide. Eczema, good pass off to Deska. Again, going the whole length of the pitch. Rennie trying to get this under his control, but Deska beats him there. Cooksby, that is a great pass up to Rennie. Rennie with the shot! Oh, but Gaviera, so well done to be able to hit that to the corner.
They're starting to pass the ball a bit better now. Let's see what they can do. Rennie's sitting in net there.
Excellent. Really making Cooksby jump on past that ball. And then Rennie as well, not being able to get the hit into the center they wanted. Ball just slowing down for a bit. As Deska goes for that solo dribble upfield. Rennie Rented. Just going to keep this under his control. I like that little flip. He's got Cooksby underneath. Rennie looking for the demo. Ball is hit off to that back wall. Can Cooksby put it away? But no! He unfortunately can't. Ball's still up in the air. Deska leaving it. Good little aerial fake. Imunk looking to come back in, but no. Eczema keeps his cool. Is able to keep that ball on out. Rennie knocks this towards the center. Cooksby reverses into the ball, but no, it's off to the side wall. It's got to just be cleared away. Electronic Generation might just take this with a 1-goal lead.
Wow. Really good series, Bacon, at the end there. I think there was one thing that maybe could have changed. And I think Cooksby had a chance, as we saw there was a 2-on-1. And Rennie decided to go for a demo. I was watching his player cam, and I was actually happened to just be on board with him at the time, so I could see his player view. I think he could have gone for a pass instead. He could have opened himself up for a pass. But unfortunately, Bacon, there's not much they can do now. They're just going to have to go back to the drawing board, come back here next week, and come up with a different tactic, because they were pretty outplayed in game 1. They did well in game 2 to control that game, but in game 3 it was a lot closer. But it's still a lot of it felt like, Bacon, to me. I'm not sure about you, and I'll get your opinion on this, but I felt to me a lot of the time that Electronic Generation, when they were playing really well, they were in control of that game, whereas Turtle they needed Electronic to double commit.
Yeah, definitely. I said it quite funnily before the tournament tonight, that Total Esports are one of those teams of, if they're in form, it's because they're connected up with each other. If they're not making the connections, they will lose hard, purely because they need to really pass the ball around to get those openings. And tonight we saw exactly that, didn't we?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm impressed to a certain extent as well with those boys there from Electronic Generation. They played really well. And yeah, they're advancing to the next round now to play, I believe it is Rank A LOL.
Yep, they're going to be going on through to the next side. We're not going to be actually watching that. We're going off to the other side of the bracket. We play Fortnite going up against the winners of Copenhagen Flames and Fire-Breathing Rubber Duckies. Just got confirmation now that Copenhagen Flames have won it. Unfortunately, I would like to see Fire-Breathing Rubber Duckies. AMRON, it's a great team name, but it's not today we're going to be seeing them.
Yeah, no, well, I want to watch Copenhagen Flames. I'm not going to lie, Bacon. I said it to you before. We played them in RLCS Season 4 in the qualifiers. We actually should have beaten these guys, my own team at the time, myself and Jakey and Leo Zama. But unfortunately, we couldn't. They beat us in overtime in Game 3 in the qualifiers. So I'm looking forward to seeing these guys play. I heard they hadn't been playing as much lately. So it's going to be an interesting game between them and We Play Fortnite.
It will indeed. We'll get into that match after a break, because we just got to quickly go get it set up. Guys, during this break, make sure to smash that follow button if you're enjoying what you're seeing. If you're feeling extra generous, head on over to Matcherino. I've just popped it on into chat right now. That's where you can donate towards tonight's prize pool. You can also donate $1 free using that code you can see on screen right now. It's off to the right. That will give you $1 free to put on in. Doesn't cost you a single penny. You don't even have to put anything in of your own. It's just there to give. So make sure you do that. We'll see you guys after the break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the quarterfinals of tonight's Rewind Gaming 3v3 Weekly. I'm Digital Bacon, and once again, I'm joined by Emron. And Emron, oh, buddy boy, this is a game we have got lined up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what We Play Fortnite are like. I know what Copenhagen Flames are like. I know that they are one stage that top 16, top 32 team in Europe. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys play. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how Blue Team play here, Bacon. We Play Fortnite. Quite a diverse nationality list in that team. So it'll be interesting to see what the comms are like as well.
Yeah, definitely. We Play Fortnite for you guys there at home is Daswa, Brams, Deswaggered, and Lindgren. Now, Daswa and Lindgren, they're the two to look out for with those little linking plays they can make. Or they can just pop off sometimes. But on the Copenhagen Flames side tonight, we're going to be seeing a Beargand, Bake, and Fruity. And, well, those lads, I don't think they really need that much of introduction, do they, Emron?
No, not at all. I'm just really looking forward to seeing the aerial battle because I know what Copenhagen Flames are like in the air. And they're very fast and they're extremely accurate with the backboard plays. So I need to see if We Play Fortnite are going to be able to survive when they're going to be boost starved in this game. So it's going to be interesting to see.
It will be interesting to see indeed. Let's let these players on out onto the pitch. We're here in Urban Central. It's a great little field for it tonight. Guys, as well, like I said before, make sure you're hitting that follow button. Make sure you're also going over to Matrimino. Get those donations coming on in. Is there really what funds the prize pool tonight? That $45 is all down to your help there at home. So let's make it happen. And whilst I say that, the match is happening. We're on the way with Daswa getting a great kickoff. Going into Fruity with the 50-50. Some early aggression. Lindgren going for the demo. But Bake getting the ball with a flick up to a Beargand. Just off to that backboard. Lindgren now has to get up. Gets a great block. Sends it off to the side. Daswa charging it down the field. Bake into the center off that wall. But Beargand with a great clear will follow through. Looking to just bump this off to the side. Bake coming on through. Hammers it off backwards. Fruity trying to get that accurate hit. But Daswa diffuses it by moving it away to the side.
No, an interesting start to the game. Oh, that's cool. Surely Bacon.
Oh, an interesting start indeed. Look at that demo.
Wow. And I was just about to say, Bacon, before this happened, the Copenhagen Flames have been all over them for the first 40 seconds. They were completely boost starved for most of that, and they end up getting the goal because of one smart demo.
Yep, shows really what the power of demos can behold in this game. I've actually seen it. One of the donations tonight coming in from D-Man was there saying, let's get the party started. Good demos to all. And, well, we've got a good one indeed.
Absolutely. I've just been on board here now with Abigand for the first minute of this game. Just switching up now to Lindgren, but Abigand playing a very passive role for his team at this moment. On board now with Lindgren here for me. Not a great shot.
I don't know, it was a cheeky attempt there, jumping on the ball. Cheeky little attempt from Fruity as well with the fake putting it to the side. Bake putting it on down, but Daswa will put this onto the Rufus car, going for the dribble. Up into Lindgren. Oh, unfortunate there from him. 50-50 coming out.
Very messy game at the moment, Bacon. No one's really sure what's going on. Oh. And just as I say it.
I think messy is the perfect way to sum up this goal here, Emron, where Bake just puts on what is really a simple hit, no one in goal being able to get to it, and that sort of situation, the We Play Fortnite side should not be in.
Absolutely. Well, Daswa rotated in front of Bram de Swagger there, and that stopped Bram de Swagger from coming out and stopping that shot. So it was a misplay in the rotation from Daswa there.
Ball up high. Lindgren trying to fall down onto it, but can't. Hey, with unusual plays here on the side. Bram putting it into the middle. It's going to go across the whole net, and Fruity will charge away with this. Putting it into the middle, but that's straight to Lindgren. A Beargand, great clear off to the side. Look how he links up with Bake there. Just fantastic. And Bake off to Fruity. Fruity looking to put it to the backboard. It's going to bump on down Fruity, going for another hit. A Beargand can't keep this ball down.
As soon as the ball goes in the air, Bacon, as soon as the ball goes really high in the air, Copenhagen Flames already seem like they're a much better team. So It's going to be interesting to see now how we play Fortnite play this.
Oh, Bergand deciding to bump it into the middle, links up with Bake, but the attack is broken on down. Lindgren looking for a quick counter, can't get past the Bergand. Fruity getting the demo onto Bram Swaggart, but now it's going to be Copenhagen Flames on the attack. No one really following through as they overextend that ball once again. We saw Total Esports having a problem with that. Just got to be careful, keep the ball under their control, and if they're going to hit it away from themselves, make sure it's to a teammate.
Yeah, at the moment, Bram Swaggart has a very little impact on the game so far, and it's
Oh, Miramar using the corner of the goal to its fullest potential. Look at what a Bergand does here.
Oh, that's what has to hit that though, Bacon. It's actually an elementary clear. It should be easy for a guy with a season 5 grand champion title, and he missed a pretty simple clear there. They've been punished.
Punished indeed, but 1 minute 50 remains. That's tons of time to get 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 goals. There's a great Lincoln play, but here, Lindgren just having to slow on down. That was such a great opportunity. Lindgren going for the demo as well. He's got the ball in front of his net, Bram Swaggart, but couldn't force it on through.
They really should have scored with that passing play. Another one here.
Fruity receiving help from Bake. All just going to linger in the center. Bergand has a shot on target. Looks like Bram Swaggart didn't have the boost to get back in time.
Yeah, you can already tell this is the quarter-final, Bacon, as opposed to the second round. The quality of play is much, much higher already. And the rotation caught out there again. Bram Swaggart, he looks a little bit lost in this rotation at this moment as the third. And indeed, the scoreboard actually does reflect it, so he really needs to step up big for his team.
Yeah, I looked on his cam just there in the replay. He did actually have the boost. The problem was he was too slow coming on back into the rotation. So when he did start boosting on down the pitch, he just wasn't able to catch up with it. Lindgren. Oh, he's got a great little runaway. He needs to find a teammate there, but decides to go off for the boost. That's why I missed the ball. Bake dropping under it, but it was a good read there from Lindgren. Trying to jump in, block that ball, but Fruity comes out with it. Straight to a Bergand. He's going to follow on through. Decides to get the boost instead. That's why popping this on up. But as Emron said earlier, Copenhagen Flames are stronger up in that air.
Absolutely. It's very noticeable, especially with Fruity and Bake, and another misplay on the defense.
Unfortunate there. Look at Bram Swaggart. He tried. He was so close to it, but the ball just not bouncing to where he was expecting. Bergand, nice, easy open net to put that away.
I wouldn't really put that down to Bram Swaggart, though. That's definitely Daswa again, Bacon. He should be clearing that ball much better than what he is, and he's putting his team under a lot of pressure by not being able to clear properly.
Definitely a key factor to it. Daswa putting this towards the corner. Fruity, look how he just controls that ball. By slowing it down, using that wall, he's just able to get under his control. And here, in that corner, Copenhagen Flames weren't sweating at all. They seemed so in control there. All coming down to the last few seconds. Really, no more time on the clock. It's impossible now.
Nice
It's all going Copenhagen Flames in there. Like you said, nice pass. Even in those last final seconds, Copenhagen Flames were still hungry for another goal.
Oh, they've been terrific in this game. They've completely outclassed. This wasn't like the games we saw previously between Turtle and I believe it was, who was it again we were watching in the last game? Electronic Generation.
Generation.
Yeah, Electronic Generation. And Electronic Generation, I felt like we're slightly better team. Copenhagen were much, much better, Bacon, in this game, and I mean by quite some distance. So, yeah, I mean, they really have to speed up. We play Fortnite, especially Bram Swaggart, and a little bit Daswa as well. Lindgren had a couple of chances where he should have put him away. He had one chance in particular. I remember the passing play, Bacon, that they had, the 1, 2, 3. He should have scored that. So they can do it, but it's now or never.
Yeah, it's definitely shown the difference between a team that's already solidly been together for over a year now. You know, it's been a long time Copenhagen Flames have been on the scene. Whereas we play Fortnite, they're just a bunch of friends sort of coming together. They've met each other through Rewind, and then they've just sort of like formed what is known as a pickup team, isn't it? So they don't have those clean connections that Copenhagen Flames do.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think they're just a bit quicker though mechanically as well in the air, Bacon. But obviously the calls are very key from Copenhagen, and you can tell that when they go for the ball, especially Fruity. I think Fruity finished bottom on the leaderboard in that game, but he was able to carry from the bottom because his speed in the air was phenomenal in that game. I was really impressed with his speed.
Yeah, definitely. It's for me, the key thing is whenever they clear the ball, it's straight to another player. Like, they know exactly where each other are. It's almost like they've got some sort of sixth sense for it. Cool, that's worth one. Getting a save there. Bram Swagger, this is a good opportunity. He's got it going the whole length of the pitch. Needs to pass this to the centre. Elects to go for the shot, and he was wide.
Oh, he should have used an arrow, Bacon. An arrow would have scored it for him. And he elected to just side flip the shot, which, yes, it generates good power. However, the accuracy wasn't there.
Well, Bram Swagger getting a good block against that. It was a ballsy attempt, but he comes out stronger, passing it off to Lindgren. Deciding to keep this up in the air to the corner. Fruity. Once again, look at the Copenhagen Flame sides. They're like jumping rabbits here, up and down, hopping about, and looking good whilst doing it. Lindgren getting it past Bake. But Bram Swagger, the one on the ball, finds the bottom right of the net, and Bram Swagger take replay Fortnite up a goal.
Bake is the one who gets beaten here to the ball, but this all started, Bacon, with Abagan's really, really poor pass off the corner board, should we say. And it comes straight back out, and it makes it a really difficult 50 for Fruity and Bake to win. So Abagan needs to put his hand up there and say that was his mistake because it was a poor pass. It's a very simple finish in the end for We Play Fortnite.
Oh, again, trying to redeem himself, but couldn't get the second touch. Fruity, off up into here, clearing into space, but Bram Swagger, really good jump up to keep this pressure going. Letting his two teammates form up, and they're into the midfield. Fruity, trying to deal with it. Look at that Daswa getting a cheeky little demo, removing a player from the defense, but no one there in the center to clean up. Bram Swagger once again getting a demo. We are play Fortnite, maybe. They've learned about the Battle Royale game and are quite happy to kill players here.
Wow. I mean, what a play that was. I mean, Fruity nearly scored there, Bacon, from absolutely nothing. It was a 3v1 against him, and he nearly scored from that. He's been playing really well. I've been really impressed with this guy so far. His mechanics. But We Play Fortnite. It's their offense at this moment in time. They're controlling the boost a bit better, and it's stopping Copenhagen.
Just why Copenhagen Flames lucky there, weren't they?
Yeah, no. Lindgren, Bacon, he's been really, really good on this We Play Fortnite team and the offensive side. He's pressuring as a first man. He knows exactly when he needs to pressure. What pass.
Okay, everyone us watching this the whole way. If we look on the replay, Lindgren and Bram Swagger both occupying that same space. Lindgren going in for the attack. He should have been going more back in defense. Whilst Bram Swagger, who had no boost, was just trying to scrape together what he can. There, it was once again just a communication error.
That pass, though, Bacon, I mean, from Bake, I mean, Jake, he'd be proud of that, with that kind of pass. That was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, no one else would have the awareness. Everyone else would be thinking of a shot there. He looks for the pass. It's just top level. They're like baby Gale Force Esports.
I like that term indeed. Lindgren putting it into the corner. That's a great movement up into the air. Wanted to follow him through, but can't. He's got no boost. It bounced on around. Faked out the defense. Beargan knocking on down, and Fruity comes to clean that away. Still up into the favourite Copenhagen Flames. That's why trying to remove it from them. But Bake, seeing that it's just going to go into it. And Bram Swagger removing the player, definitely trying to relieve the pressure there. Green up into the air. Daswell's going to follow on through, trying to hit this into the backboard, getting it into the center as powerfully as he can for someone to follow on through, but the Copenhagen Flames hold strong there. Fruity into the corner, into the center. Bake is there, hammers it on down, but it's just wide of the net. Quick opportunity for a counter from Lindgren, but instead he pops it incorrectly into a Beargan into the center, and Lindgren will decide to put this up high.
I mean, Bake really should have scored, Bacon, with a player of his quality. He should at least be putting that off the backboard, not the sideboard. They'll get away with it.
Indeed, he should. Oh, the Beargan clearing on away straight to Bake. Wanted to put it on down, trying to get a second touch, but no, Lindgren is strong. Fruity up in the air, pinching it into the center. Beargan comes on through, but Bram Swagger keeps it on out. really high tension stuff here, Emron, where it's just a case of everyone's jumping at the ball. And really, the 50-50s and little plays like that from Bake are what is making it so interesting.
Straight down. Did he read it?
He's got it up high. Fruity into the center. Beargan with the shot. It's just into the crossbar. Baron down at Beargan is now Copenhagen Flames take the lead.
It's a brilliant shot. I mean, Bacon, like the quality to hit that into that corner is just a brilliant shot. Graham Swaggart, I was about to say literally just before that he's been playing really well up until that point there where he passed the ball to him in the corner. He just needs to take his time. They've only got 40 seconds now, so he might not have that option anymore.
That's what, just wide of net. And like I said, there's 30 seconds now. We Play Fortnite need a goal to just stay alive, otherwise they are out of tonight's Rewind tournament. It's not looking favourable for Beargan going up. Just can't get the height. Lingering off to the wall, looking for another touch. Instead, leaves it for the centre. Daswell puts it on back to his own corner. Risky move. Overextending the ball. Fruity couldn't get on it to it, but Beargan is there. The set up from Bake. Demo coming out. Lingering hits it all the length of the pitch. Fruity down to the corner. Daswa into the corner as well. It's a nice attempt, but the ball hits the ground. And Copenhagen Flames are going to take it in a sweep.
Really good game. I have to say, Daswa is probably going to be having PTSD after that because, I mean, Bacon, for a player with a Season 5 Grand Champion, you'd expect him to put that away every single time he had that opportunity. And I mean, you saw him, he came up with the chat option in the game because he realised what he missed. And I hate to say it, but Lindgren was the one who carried that team hard in Game 1 and in Game 2. Bram Swagger obviously got the goal, but Lindgren was the one who again made all the plays. Copenhagen had 3 players, and in both games, We Play Fortnite only had 2 players. So it's unfortunate. And they could have won that, Bacon, and we saw the difference in play, and we were commenting on it, how much closer it was, and they played really well in that game too, but it just wasn't enough. They needed Daswa to step up, and he didn't. He missed that chance.
Definitely, it just was that little bit away. Well, We Play Fortnite. I want to see them go away, spend a week, tighten up those screws, come back, and make sure that the machine that they are just so much stronger, and they could challenge for the title next week, because you take an established team like Copenhagen Flames and you bring it down to a 1-goal game like that. We Play Fortnite, maybe a team to look out for with players like Daswa, Lindgren, and Bram Swaggart just seeming to not connect to the fullest, right?
Yeah. Is it chemistry though? I wonder. I honestly felt like Bacon, the Copenhagen Flames were mechanically much stronger anyway. I actually felt like the chemistry was actually pretty good at times. They were trying to trust each other on We Play Fortnite. For Copenhagen Flames, it was the chemistry, and honestly, it was the passing plays. Hence why I refer to them as mini Gale Force Esports or baby Gale Force, because the passing plays into the center were just really, really top notch. And I mean, it makes a player from Diamond 2 or Diamond 3 would put those shots away because the passes were actually so good. So they deserved it.
Well, definitely indeed, and that's why they're on into the semis. They're going to be going up against the winner of Childish Gam Bim Bam. And do you know the way? Do you know the way, of course, having Drowsy on it, a friend of yours there, Emron, so you're going to be hoping for them to get on through, but they've got to take down Tadar, SJ, and Unknown. We won't be seeing that match, however. We're going off to the other side of the bracket, where we don't even have a confirmed team yet. Existence going up against Synaptic, and Rank A LOL going up against Electronic Generation. Will be interesting to see how that plays out. But for us, we're going to be heading off over to a break. Guys, in that break, as always, make sure you head on over to Matcherino. Link down in the chat right now. There's also the follow button. You know what to do with that. I don't have to explain it. You just hit it, and then you get notified when we next go live, which is every Thursday night from 6 p.m. for the 2v2 Showdown. And then Friday nights now from 6:30 here on GMT time, where we have now moved the Freebeat Free weeklies to great tournaments all around. And of course, there's always the Discord. It's one of the biggest Discords here in EU for Rocket League. Now over 1,300 members, all active in it. I love just talking to you guys there. So make sure you head on over. But from myself and Emron, we'll see you after this break.
Spain.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the semi-final of tonight's Rewind Gaming 3v3 Weekly. I'm Digital Bacon, and once again, joined by Emron for what is, once again, going to be an outstanding match.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to this. We're in the semi-finals now, Bacon. You're 2 games away, if you're one of these teams, from coming home with that 45 prize pool. And it's a big game for these guys. Let's see what they can do. I'm interested to see especially what Pugsy's like. There's a lot of hype behind this guy, and he's looking for a team even though he has a team, but we'll see where he goes.
Yeah, definitely. Pugsy last week being on this roster alongside Zedo and Steak, they took it, and Pugsy really was the man to step on in to what is essentially the Unique Stars roster and fill that gap that they needed. But they're going up against Existence this week. Zor, by Matos and Alex, these lads, Existence have a name around themselves, and it's for a good reason. The Spanish superstars can really hit on home and expect big things from them, as they're one of those teams that want to, challenge and get on into the rival series next season. So watch out. This Emron could have been the finals, but not today, as we've just had so many good teams sign up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing whether these guys can hold a candle to the likes of Copenhagen Flames later on in this tournament, if they do end up playing them. It's going to be one hell of a match. I'm really looking forward to seeing these guys. There's been a lot of hype. I haven't seen any of these guys play. It's my first time seeing them play. And yourself and a couple of others, Bacon, have been giving these guys, speaking a lot of good things about these guys. So I'm looking forward to it. I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, we are, with Zor jumping on in, followed by Claire. So that is Alex, the lad who actually got on through in the 12 Titans series. So definitely the one to watch out for Existence. But my money, that's on By Matos from Existence. We're on the way here on, of course, Utopia. One of my favourite maps indeed. I know you got a little bit of a gripe against it, Emron, but you're just going to have to put up with it and just focus on the gameplay.
Ah, man, this isn't 2008 though,
Oh yeah, of course, the rework of the old SARP Coliseum there. And straight away, it's off to a great start. Back and forth play. Clayx going for the goal. It was a dainty little hit, but it was all that was needed to put it away into that blue net.
With this kind of play, I have to wonder how you got an ESL monthly champion title, because that is extremely poor for a player at this level. Hate to come across as negative, but really Zedo should have done much better there, Bacon.
Indeed he should. Just that little bit of a lapse. These two teams know each other thoroughly, and so know what they need to do to get on past. By Matos putting it down, try to go for a block hit. Didn't quite work. Steak now. An own goal from Steak.
What a redirect.
Oh, what a redirect indeed.
Fantastic pass from Clayx up the Steak, and Steak with an absolute rocket of a shot into the back of the net. Brilliant play.
Well, it seems like we've just had shambles from rank A low. I don't know why they haven't turned up yet. It was a great little back and forth going up and down the pitch, but then when it really mattered most, they just let in 2 goals. Zedo trying to get a block, didn't quite work. Pugsy coming on through. Here's their way straight to Zedo. It's a nice little link-up play, but by Matos able to get it on into the center. Steak wrapping it around that wall. The setup for Clayx. Just looking to keep this up, keep that aggression going, keeping the ball down his opponent's end and not hand it on over.
We're going to have to see now, Bacon, whether these guys... Oh, he gets bumped by his own teammate.
Okay, you just got to ask at times, what is this game? It's been so good, and then suddenly 3 little mistakes back to back have got these goals, and I just don't know what's going on. Silly Spaniards, I think that's what it is.
It's really poor, to be honest, Bacon. You might say little mistakes, I'd say massive mistakes. You have to be calling your teammate off. By Matthias shouldn't even be near there, and yeah, I mean, it shouldn't have been a goal, and all of a sudden now, rank A LOL are back in this game.
Back indeed. By Matos passing it downfield. Steak cutting on in, making sure to keep that away from his goal. Taunted by Zor. Zedo into the center. It's off to Pugsley, trying to just have a crack on target. Then straight to By Matos, who's now slowly dragging it through the air. Steak cutting on in to that backboard, but Clayx puts it in to a little bit of an awkward position. Zedo being able to deal with it, but across the goal he goes. Zor off to the side, Clerks. It's a shot, it's a long one, and it's just wide up into the air. Zor not being able to get it. Zedo cuts that away, but by Matos, that lovely little touch is able to slow down the counter.
Very impressed Bacon with Clerks so far. His interceptions have been really top notch.
Double commit there from Steak and Pugsy. Pugsy definitely needed for it as well because Steak just making a little bit of a mistake. Clerks across the goal, Pugsy out. That's a good clear up to Zedo, but Zedo can't get the contact that he needs. It's going off to the corner. Pugsy coming through with a great 50-50 and puts it into the opposite corner off that backboard. Steak, dainty little hit on down, but by Matos is able to deal with it. Out to Zor, Pugsy retorting on back by Matos. Once again, getting some great little blocks. Pugsy on down. Unfortunately, it's not in the net.
Double commit from Orange. I think, Bacon, we're starting to see Blue come into this game a lot more. We're starting to get aerial control in the game especially. Orange need to get back into this big time.
Definitely existence. They've just suddenly let the wind out from under their wings and they're falling as Ranke have climbed on back up. Simple hit there from Steak of that little bit of a hit on the wall. 2-all.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4 goals, Bacon, and honestly at this level, at the level these guys should be playing at, might be nerves again coming down. We didn't really see it in the last series, but in this series so far, I mean, 4 misplaced Clerks there with an unbelievable pass into the centre for Steak. Another one.
Well, Zor puts on down. Zedo nearly gets it on through. Triple commit coming out there as they all chase the ball from existence. By Matos getting the touch. Clerks not being able to clear it on through. Zedo does force it against that wall out to the centre. Pugsy not getting the connection. Clerks does run it down the whole length of the pitch. Look at the poppy. Goes across the goal. No one there to finish it off, and Steak is able to get it off out.
Let's play that. Good speed from Pugsy there. Zedo was just too far away.
Oh, I like that hit from Zor. Moving it downfield by Matos. Trying to fake out Pugsy there, but Pugsy stayed true. Went for that ball. Great hit by Zor as well to 50-50 into the centre. By Matos just wide, but Clerks comes on through with the bucket and mop and cleans up that little spill.
Backflip. Bacon by Zedo, and it's a goal. And they've thrown their they've thrown the fact that they've come back into this game. Clerks with another good finish.
Again, it's been an odd game, hasn't it? It's been really high intensity, good gameplay, and then a little whiff, a little mistake, and it's cost either side here. It's unprecedented at this level.
Yeah, I've actually never seen so many mistakes from high-level teams. I don't think actually ever in Rocket League, and all the time I've been doing casting, adminning, and analysis. What a fantastic team play, Big.
Okay, that is the first goal of the game, which has been truly earned here. Great pass from Steak up to Zedo. The team play, you know these two are together on the same team. That is really when you've seen that ESL monthly champion come through.
That was absolutely brilliant. I actually can't say that. Like, you're right, it's the first play of the game that's actually been good. That really was. We had to wait for it, but that was phenomenal. It really was.
Waiting, they kept us right on down to the last 25 seconds. It's all tied up here. 3-all Clerks on the attack. Easily picked on up by Pugsy. You can just buy a bit of time, let it go to the overtime. Zor not wanting that, puts it up into the air. Steak dropping on down, it's into the corner. This could hurt them. It's above the net, needs to be knocked on in. Pugsy, great little clearance off to the side, but Zor can't get it off to that wall to keep it alive. And we've got an overtime.
Pugsy, what a save, Bacon. I mean, you just called it there, but I mean, that could have been absolutely disastrous.
Pugsy indeed there, chat. By Matos not being able to clear it on the way. It's down into the centre. Alex, with the front flip, it was unusual, but it worked to get that on past. Out to the centre again, Clerks charging this down the middle of the field. Zedo needs to get another touch and misses it. Zor taking it to the corner. Pugsy slowing on down. Wants to follow on through. By Matos in control. Zedo, nice little bounce up to really throw off the attack. Pugsy out to Zedo again. Zedo with a long shot. Can he get the second touch? No, it was denied by ClayX, who just clears it off to the side. By Matos into the corner. It's going to drop on down, and a great hit by Steak all the way across. Pugsy not reading it, not reacting quick enough there.
Oh, ClayX. Zedo, what a save!
Oh, the bump there was fantastic, and Zedo, well done to just hold his nerve and keep that ball on out. We're over a minute into overtime. Normally these go pretty quick here at Rewind, but no, it's prolonging on out. Both teams really wanting the win here.
Bad 50.
Well, Stakes taking it to the wall. Zor getting there first across the net. Pugsy, good clearance out, but by Matos was even better, being able to read where his opponent wanted to put it. Big hit up into the air by Stake, who's going to follow through. Pugsy not getting the memo. Has to go into a bad position and is now all the way back into his own quarter. That means the attack was broken on down. ClayX going up into the air, looking to pass this into the center. Zedo putting it up. Zor being able to get a touch to slow down that counter. Stake were a powerful hit. It's off. It's in front of the net, but by Matos can clear it away. Zedo again getting another hit. Double commit from by Matos, and ClayX hasn't cost them. Zedo into the center. Zor coming out with the 50-50. Stake is able to clear it on away.
Really, really good play at the moment. It's a really, like, they're playing really respectful now all of a sudden that the misplays have stopped. Bacon. And it's really good Rocket League now that it's turned into, which is good to see. I'm enjoying it.
Definitely couldn't agree more. I'm loving this high tension. Really have no idea who is going to take it. Both sides are attacking very, very well. Zor just letting that bounce on pass. Look at that. Puts the ball into the center. No one there to pick it up. Stake trying to put it into his own corner, but by Matos is there. Looking to put that into the center. A big, beefy hit and a clear coming out there from Pugsy. Into the corner. Zor getting blocked on by Zedo. No one following through. The clear not so good from by Matos, but Pugsy not getting it under his control. By Matos puts it across to the other corner. Stake getting another clear. And we're really seeing some end-to-end stuff as we've gone 3 minutes into overtime.
Just need to be careful now. The teams are starting to forget the basics of what makes a good team, and it's passing the ball, and they're not passing it enough. They're just hitting shots on net, panicking a little. Both teams just need to slow it down a little and think about what they're doing.
Zor could maneuver into the corner, but Zedo is just there trying to bait in an attacker before he makes the clear. It was a risky maneuver. Ball up in the air. Pugsy there. He's got the long shot. It's going the whole length of the pitch, but crossbar down. Not in. Stake coming through, but ClayX. Oh, my. He gets the all-important hit to keep the ball out. Whew.
I think it was Stake though with the shot. Bacon, he should have scored. There's actually no excuse for missing it because he had time and he could have actually boomed it a lot harder. I think he thought he had it scored.
Well, we could have gone for the other side of the net. He had so much time to be able to direct his car to be able to get that ball anywhere. So good lick up just into the corner, on out, high into the corner of the pitch. Not the goal this time. Stake going to slow it on down. He wants to make sure that this goes across the net, but not actually anywhere where it can be scored upon. Pugsy coming through, but good bumps on out. By Matos to the center. Stake doing a bit of a tricksy turn. Pugsy double committing with him. Panic once again setting in as these lads just think they've got to hit as hard as they can. And that's off to ClayX. She's going to look to slow it on down and clear it up high, but Pugsy denying it.
Nice mechanics from ClayX.
Zor gets a pop by Matos, not getting the connection. ClayX is up, puts it up even higher. Zor needs the dunk on down, but well done by Pugsy to get in the way, get that block, remove that danger. And Zor now going for the demo. That might just be what he needs. It's a good shot indeed. Zor just on the line, but not in the net.
Wow. Nice play. He slowed it down, he didn't panic. Bacon, a lot of players there would have just panicked and tried to just, flip into it and just give away ball possession.
Dangerous stuff, but Pugsy trying to get under his control. Good pinch there. Zor putting that into the wall, trying to link himself up once again. Stake blocking it on out. 5 minutes, 30 of overtime, and this does not look like it will stop anytime soon.
Block. It's nice. Orange have a lot of pressure on blue at this moment in time. Rank A Lull really need to get the ball out of their own half. They're struggling for boost.
The problem here, Emron, is when they're making those clears, it's just them trying to clear it as far and hard as they can. But the problem is it's going into their opponents. And they need to just be a bit more intricate with their passes to each other.
Good read from Zor there, Bacon, because Clayx have misread it, and it's a really bad clear by Pugsy. It's awful.
Yep, that's pretty much the best description for it. Pugsy just trying to clear away, but by Matos, reading where Pugsy was going to put it, lines himself on up and gets what is really a relatively easy goal for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, look, take nothing away from both those teams, Bacon. They played a really, really good 4 minutes there or so without, you know, any goals conceded there in overtime. And it's just a misplay by Pugsy in the end. He was trying to get under the ball more with that clear, and use a diagonal flip to get the ball far down the field, like an arc on the ball. But he just mishit it. He hit it at the wrong time. He timed it wrong, and it ended up just going, you know, down as such rather than an arcing one up and down. So it's an unfortunate one from them. But yeah, impressed with both those teams once they settled down.
Well, that's game 1 done and dusted with, and I've just seen in chat that the fans, they're wanting a game 3 here, Emron. What do Rank A need to do just to solidify themselves? Because this is a really close series.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that it actually depended on Zor from Orange, because I felt like he was out of the game, and that was the reason why the game was so close. But as soon as he started coming into the rotation more, Pugsy wasn't really able to get into the game, and Steak didn't have a really good game. I know he scored 2 goals, sure, but those are 2 goals, you know, from the mistakes, Bacon, Whereas, once Zedo got over his mistake, he was the one that was creating everything for them. So,
well, that fantastic goal was Steak over to Zedo. So it's definitely when they become in one unit and not making mistakes, it's when they look so strong. This Rank A low side.
Another backflip, Bacon. Another backflip again. I think it was Steak again, just like it was in the last game. Do you remember, Bacon, when it was 3-2? Steak backflipped, and again he backflips there. But I mean, good finish by Clay and a really good pass to him.
Yeah, by Matos there, getting the pass off. That was fantastic. Finding the man upfield, and then just an easy runaway there for Clayx, who whiffs up the first hit, but then can follow through and just clean it up because he's got the time to deal with it.
Absolutely. Not a good clear by Pugsy.
Oh, Zor nearly punishing it, but Steak is there, coming out of his goal to get it. Again, a lot of pressure coming out from the existent side. Steak looking for a good pass. That's it. It's going the whole length of the pitch. Just needs someone to follow up onto it. Zor with a whiff. Steak not expecting that, and by Matos is going to be thankful as he's able to clear it off down the pitch. Great block there by Clayx. Pugsy couldn't really do much more with it there in that position. But hey, by Matos just not getting that ball down enough. Zedo, he's only got one player to deal with, goes through. Ooh, and we're tied up once again.
I'm not sure if Clayx should be in the 12 Titans after this. He gets completely done. Bacon, look at this. See you later.
Oh, the problem is that Clayx just looks silly there. That is it. When you're getting faked out like that so hard. Oh, Clayx is one of those brilliant 1v1 players, and he just got balled.
Yeah, I think it was because, you know, he'd options on his left, he'd options on his right, did Zedo. And obviously we've got options on both sides. As a defender, you're just panicking at that stage, no matter how good you are.
Indeed. Well, 3 minutes 15 remaining. It's 1-0. Zedo looking to put a pass into the centre, but guess what? No one there. There's a big problem here for the Rank A side of just they're going into those solo attacks. When they're going up together, making sure that 2 players are upfield, that's when they look strongest, and it does come out from those great passes we've seen. Steak puts it to the corner. That's quite nice. Little roll up there. Does bounce it up, but Zor, good read from him. Going to come out by Matos and Clayx, both electing to go for the pinch and then a double commit upfield. Pugsy with a big hit. Zor Just going to slow that one down. But look, Zedo is coming on in. Gets the pass into the center. Pugsy just leaving it a little too late there. Steak keeping the attack alive, but well done by Clearx to keep it off. Zedo back into the middle. Zor up high into the center. Pugsy looking for the hit towards the goal. Everyone was looking at his teammate there off to the side, but no. Pugsy thinking of that, going for the shot.
Panics there from Steak. Again, Bacon. Mechanical misplay. Could have happened that much quicker. Not sure why he waited, but got away with it. It's interesting to see how these teams are rotating, though. Have you noticed that Orange are rotating quite far up the field, as in they're looking for that mid boost a lot more than what they are, whereas Blue are rotating very deep.
They are definitely indeed, and it's just that sort of difference in playstyles which has made this game an oddity, really. Zedo runs it across the width of the field, looking to bring it up with the dribble. Looking for that back pass now. Pugsy going to go for that solo play as well. Forces it past one. It's the pass two. Try to bump Clearx, but no. Clearx clears it away. Relieves that pressure for a bit. As Zedo now has to try and look up with a teammate. That's not a good pass, but Pugsy waiting in the net is able to deal with it.
Zedo again waiting for the pass. Pugsy played a really good pass to him, Bacon. Oh, wow.
Pugsy there coming on in. Look at this Steak up into the mid, and then Pugsy just has to hammer it on Clearx with a bit of a misjump. He didn't mean to roll there. I don't think he would have got to it anyway. That's 2-1 in favor of Rank A LOL. The fans there at home have been asking for that third game, and we might be able to see it.
Absolutely. And it was one of the things I wanted to point out as well on the rotational style. Because Orange are rotating higher up the field, they have more chance of getting done with, you know, a pass or indeed...
Steak! Oh, with the dunk, absolutely get out of there by Matos. Did not matter, he got the block, and Steak's just going to smack that ball on down. 3-1 now to Rank A LOL.
Wow, what a shot from Steak. I mean, really impressed with that shot. A little bit of luck needed with it, but he read it really well, and it's 3-1 now. But the point I was going to make anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by Steak.
No! Zedo, no! Ooh. Buddy, don't make me have a heart attack like that. Oh, just...
Shot. What I'm going to do, Bacon, I'm just going to let you talk. I'm going to make my point after the game.
Yeah, we'll let that happen. By Matos, that's a good ball into the centre. Pugsy was able to use it just a little bit by moving it off, getting in the way, making sure that ball's not going to be hit at net. Ball into the centre. Zor doesn't get the connection, and Zedo comes out. Look at this, where Existence have had to go so super into aggression. It left Alex on his own in defense. Zedo running it back. This lad just seems a little bit careless when he's trying to move the ball under his control. But it don't matter as Rank A LOL are able to weather the storm. They've made it go to that third game. And I don't know if my wee little heart will be able to take it here, Emron.
Might need a heart transplant, so I guess, Bacon, look, what I wanted to say was in that game, the difference of rotational style. So Existence, Orange, they rotate quite, they try and look for mid boost as often as possible, which is why they're able to boost our Blue, which is what they did really effectively in game one. Yeah. Now, what that means, however, is you're vulnerable to A, passing plays, which is what we've seen for 2 goals from Rank A LOL, and B, long clears, which is where the other one came from. Yeah, so that's the problem with their playstyle. Now, Existence playstyle is really good when you're up. Yeah, when you're up by a goal or 2 goals or whatever, when you're controlling the game. But when you're behind, it means you naturally open up a bit more, and that's where they're getting done. As soon as that game went to 2-1, you can almost see and feel that it was going to go to 3-1. And that's why when Rank A LOL are going, when they're ahead, I feel like they have the advantage because of the fact that their playstyle, their rotation is quite deep. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. We saw all the goals really come out of counters, wasn't it? Where it was just that quick movement upfield, catching Existence off guard because they've only got one player back in defence, which is how you get the cases like that dunk where they weren't able to form up their defence properly. So it's just a jump at it, and then, well, Rank A can just follow the ball and get that nice forced goal.
No, absolutely. And I'm glad we were able to point that out anyway for everyone in the chat. I'm looking forward to this, Bacon. I just want a massive overtime once again. That's it.
Oh yeah, maybe another 5 minutes of just heart pounding stuff. Who knows? Zor gets a big clear. However, Zedo retorting with it, puts it all the way into the curve and on down. Steak keeping that pressure alive. A little bit of a difference here with the amount of pressure, just the one after the other from ranked A. Looking quite comfortable until there's that miss from Zedo, but Steak can deal with it. Puts into corner. Pugsy not being able to handle by Matos, slows it on down. It's into the crossbar, but unfortunately it is away from the net.
Absolutely, it's been an interesting start to the game. Orange have been looking a little bit better. Still really early to call this, Bacon.
It is indeed. Love that little slowdown there, and Zor unfortunately gets a really powerful pinched back pass by Matos, having to deal with it the best he can. He does okay in that situation, but look at this Steak already coming into that attack straight again. Pugsy a limp attempt. No one back in defense. If Steak can deal with this, which he does by hitting that into Clerks. Oh, phenomenal defense. Just the option there. Being able to turn the ball and make it go the whole length of the pitch.
Chance here, Bacon. Clear.
Fantastic clear as it links out with Pugsy. Goes all the way to that backboard. Clerks does get a hit on out. Zedo just a little bit too slow to it, so Zor is able to follow on through. Up into the sin, bounce on down. Clerks tried his hardest. Weren't enough, he's just a little bit too slow to hit that ball.
Good block by Pugsy. Really, really well read. And not a great clear by Zor, giving away possession too early, and it means his team can't really look for boosts because it's too easy.
Steak looking to just put this into, we'll slow it down into that corner. Zor comes out with it, however, you can see Zedo try and stop that against the wall, try and pick up a dribble attempt, which he's tried so many times before. Pugsy clearing out, it's going to go down to Zedo, who misses the ball. Maybe just a little bit of a lack of boost. Having a look on his camera now, and that was the case indeed. He's only just picked up the 100. They've got to be careful if they're doing the whole cherry picker sort of play style, don't they?
Absolutely, but Steak there, I mean, he really should have passed that in. He had a lot of time, Bacon. I'm not sure if you were on board with him there. But Director Cam just happened to switch to him there for me, and he had lots of time to pass that, and he just didn't. It was weird.
Indeed. Zedo going up high. This is a dangerous attempt, but Zedo once again in those 50-50s up in the air where he's fallen down onto it. He just has the favor there where he's closing out the angle. Steak off to the backboard, and Clerks trying to clear into space, but look at Pugsy rotates on in, making sure to close out. So as soon as the ball hits the ground, he's able to put it back, making sure that the existence side are continuously sweating.
Absolutely. Oh, 50. Clerks with a good clear. It's a very different game. It's a lot more defensive from both teams. I think it's fair to say, Bacon, I think both teams want to get to that final.
Oh, definitely, and that is the reason why. They know how much this game means, so you're going to play it by numbers, reduce all your risks on down to near enough nothing. This could rightfully be a 0-0 overtime at this rate. Zedo off down into the corner, Clerks picking it up, trying to look for by Matos, but yeah, Pugsy just easy block for him there. Zor, that's a good clear upfield into open space from the follow-on through.
Go for a demo if you can't hit it.
Exactly that. I was going to say that he could have removed it and it just bounced around to the center, catching the ranked A low side off guard. Pass upfield to Pugsy. Good block there by Zor. I see Steak get it off, bouncing on down. Pugsy is there. He's just wide of that net low.
I think he was actually looking for the pass for Steak on the far post because he just committed as well. So maybe he was kind of looking for halfway between that. But yeah, he should have maybe shot it a bit better, but he'd no boost, Bacon.
That's the trouble here. It's just limited to that one angle of attack with that boost. Couldn't get to the ball quicker to put it into the close corner, which would have really been a goal, throwing the defense off. But hindsight is 2020. Ball's still going on. It's high up in the air. Zedo getting a good 50-50 there. Pass off across. Clerks has to deal with it smartly and does exactly that. But Steak straight back onto it as he follows through with that third man position. Ball up in the air. Zor trying to keep that up in the sky, keep it away from his opponents. A lot of pressure coming up. This is the last attempt that Existence will have. Steak just clearing this away. It's a really dangerous attempt. Zeto's going to get this up. Yeah, if we see a ceiling shot to finish this off, I'm amazed. It's off into the corner. It's still alive. Could this ball hit the ground? Zor, rightfully so, letting it drop. We've gone to that 0-0 overtime.
In game 3, Bacon. This is where it's all at.
No! Oh, buddy. That was so close there. Zor just getting back in time. If that was how it ended out, that would have been so sour for Existence. But Zeto, Pugsy, and Snake are so aggressive into this start. They're really limiting the boost that Existence have. Pugsy across. It's a shot on net, and Pugsy looking for a team. Someone pick him up, because he's just stolen this away from Existence.
He didn't have a good game 1, Bacon. He had a pretty decent game 2, and he's had a good game 3. I honestly, after seeing Steak miss that open net there with 20 seconds to go, I thought they would be kicking themselves. But they showed up strong with good pressure there again. At the start of that, the kickoff just didn't go in Existence favour, and when that happens at this level, it can be just long periods of pressure, unfortunately. And yeah, unfortunately, it comes back to bite Existence. They couldn't open up that defence. And Pugsy with a good shot with that very little boost he had, Bacon. I don't know if you saw it. A really clinical air roll shot into the corner, and really impressed with him.
Proper textbook stuff there. And the thing that is so weird here is if this was the finals, if this was a best of 5, I wouldn't have put Existence out from winning it as well. It was just really back and forth who was going to win each game. You know, a flip of a coin sort of stuff, wasn't it, Emron?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, I felt like in game 1, Existence were by far the better team, actually. But in game 2, rank A, their playstyle suited them because they were able to play more defensive, yeah? And if you'd asked me, if you told me beforehand, Bacon, that that game was going to go 0-0, who would you fancy? Well, because of the playstyle, again, we come back to rank A, when it was the midfield battle, they're always going to be better off because of that, because they're able to rotate deeper, yeah? So I just felt like that they had that game once it's that kind of defensive game, because Existence, they don't play that kind of style. It doesn't suit them as well. So unfortunate for Existence. I'm sure they'll come back next week and they'll come back strong again, looking for a top 4 minimum at least. But unfortunately, they're out on rank A, progress to the final. Yeah,
we've got one of our finalists there. Just waiting for the other one between Do You Know The Way and Copenhagen Flames. Once again, Do You Know The Way being Drowsy, Lacey, and Polly. We saw them do really well last week, but then get knocked on out in the quarters. Copenhagen Flames, though, they're the favourites, of course, to win tonight. But with that rank A low side, definitely veterans of Rewind, it's going to be a tough match. Whoever comes on through, we'll have to wait and see. Guys, give us your predictions there in chat. Who do you think we're going to see in the finals? Do You Know The Way or Copenhagen Flames? Definitely just slam that on in. Of course, as well, smash that follow button, as we always say. Make sure to sub as well if you're loving what we're doing here and want to show support. And definitely, if you want to show support, help fund the prize pool tonight. We've still got a few codes going for Matcherino. You can see that code up on screen. Put that on in over at the site to donate a free $1 donation on into the prize pool. We want to get that full $45. But whoever is going to win, but from myself, Digital Bacon, joined here by Emron, we'll see you after this break.
the season. Without love, lonely the heart. Without love, we are miles apart. Without
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the finals of tonight's Rewind Gaming 3v3 Weekly. I'm Digital Bacon, and once again joined by Emron. And Emron, this is what it's all come down to. This is really where you have to get all those beans. The $45 on the line with just $5 off it. Guys at home, maybe a little cheeky donation. Of course, a big thank you to Mipster coming in with those $11, really making up that prize pool. But Emron, this is the all-important question. Who do you think is going to take it? Prediction time, buddy. Do you know the way?
I'm going to go with my buddy Drowsy and his team. And I'm not biased in any way, shape, or form. It's not like I played with Drowsy for like 2.5 months or anything. It's nothing at all like that. I'm not biased at all in any shape or form. So I'm just going to put my hand up right now. Of course I'm going to be biased. Absolutely am I going to be biased. I've seen this guy play. He's one of the best trees players. He's consistent in rotation. He's the only player I've played with that not only mechanically outclasses me, but also understands how to actually play the game at a higher level. So I'm going to give it to them. We've seen Pugsy Steak and Zeto play. Honestly, Steak was very, very shaky. And as you know, I think it's really difficult, Bacon, to play with a shaky third. Zeto played really well. Pugsy came into the series stronger as it went on, but we haven't seen Polly and Drowsy and organ donor
Lacey. Yeah, I don't know what Lacey. Lacey, if you're listening, buddy, are you okay? You're going through like a little bit of midlife crisis or something there. Like, if you need someone to talk to, we're always here to talk to you, buddy. Just. There's a different way to changing your name up and really making our job as casters super hard, ain't it, Emron?
Yeah, well, I'm just going to forget his name. I'm just going to refer to him as organ donor. But anyway, as you know, I think I'm going to give it to these guys. Do you know the way? And I think Drowsy is going to show up big. And if he doesn't, I'm going to meme him for the rest of his life. But what do you think, Bacon?
I think you should be memeing him for the rest of his life. And I'm going to stick with my boys over on Rank A, Pugsy, Zeto, and Steak. Been a massive fan of Zeto since I've started, Carson, he's always been there, always at the scene, always winning these 3v3 weeklies. And, well, I think he's going to do it again. But without further ado here, everyone, we're getting underway. Zeto, Steak, and Pugsy going up against Drowsy, Polly, and Lacey, otherwise known as Orga Donor. Let's do this. It's Drowsy straight onto that attack. Easy one for Steak to pick on up. Polly keeping that pressure going. But Lacey, way too high to that net. It's just going to be Steak to clear it away.
Yeah, just interesting to see how they're going to settle into it now. No kickoff goal, which is good. Because as you know, Bacon, first and seconds of Rocket League are the most chaotic. Just trying to settle down into a rotation, so that's good anyway.
Well, we'll heading on down to the Rank A side. Steak, bit of another shaky attempt to stop the ball. Just held out long enough, and again, just jumping in the air. Pugsy as well. He's Rank A low. Boys, they need to just calm down, settle on in, and get their heads back in the game.
Nice play by Polly there.
Drowsy moving it down. Zeto underneath Drowsy. Good block there by Lacey. Pugsy picks up though. Polly once again getting a good block up in the air, making sure that the ball doesn't leave the Rank A low side. Steak, though, will get a good clear. It's going to go the whole length of the pitch. Polly putting it in the corner. Great hit by Steak. Zeto just has to put it away, but no, he doesn't.
What an absolute boomer into the corner by Zeto there. And, he's at it again. Organ donor, Lacey, you said his name was. He's been very, very shaky in this game so far. He's made a lot of misplays already. Polly and Drowsy have been there to bail him out, so he needs to step up a little bit.
Well, Zeto maybe finding a teammate in the center, but guess what? Once again, another problem for this Rank A side. They don't have that option in the center. They've gone back 2 players in defense due to rotations. They are able to get the ball downfield due to a mistake from Do You Know The Way. Steak into the center once again, but like a broken record, I'm repeating it, no one there to pick that ball up.
No, that is not the real McCloven. Top 100 once pair. This is just Lacey. He's just changed his name like that. Whoever asked that in chat.
Steak, a little bit of a bump hit. Oh, we were down Steak, and I still down sometimes, but here he was able to do, a bit of a shake and Steak and get that up in the air.
Drowsy with the mechanical misplay, the backflip. I think he got a little bit distracted by, I think it was Polly coming in at the back, but he should be challenging that anyway, not waiting. It's a misplay by him.
2 minutes 50 remaining. We finally got a goal. Pugsy looking for a second. Drowsy able to keep it on out. Steak, another touch to keep that on that back line. So they're keeping this pressure going. Polly to clear. Off to the side. Steak able to just pick this ball up, and it's pretty much just hand delivered to him.
Not a good hit by Drowsy. Into the ground, straight to the opposition, giving away possession. Good demo though.
Maybe we'll move that defender, but the attack did not come out from Do You Know The Way, so it didn't result in anything. Drowsy putting this up. We'll follow it up in the air. Into Pugsy, easily able to dribble that out and straight up and over Lacey, but he loses control of that ball on the wall. And again, Polly once again going across that net. Just a bit better control is needed from both sides, really.
Yeah, the only player I've been actually pretty impressed with so far has been probably Steak. He's been quite good in the offense. Maybe Polly as well to a certain extent. The rest of them are all looking quite shaky in this series so far.
Well, Steaks put it up in the air. Wants to follow through. Maybe should have just gone for the bumps there onto Lacey. Organ donor. Zeto following through.
How did he not score that bacon? That's criminal.
I want to just pull Zedo aside and give him a good right telling off after that one. How do you miss such an easy goal? And then Pugsy able to pull off the backboard hit. That was more a problem with the defense instead of the attack there, though.
No, I'm on board with Polly. To be honest, Bacon, I'm on board with him now. He's got no boost. There's nothing he can do about that. Now, that's a misplay in itself, really, but it's just a really good hit. And they're just passing the ball away. It's been the story of this game so far, Bacon. I'm not sure what you think, but in my opinion, whenever Blue have the ball, they pass it up the field, but they're not passing it to each other, they're passing it to the other team.
That's it. They're just... It is that sort of... They want to clear it away, get out of their side, and they just want to put it into their opponent's back quarter. The problem is, if you just put it there and not have anyone follow up, it's just going to come straight on back out. It's not hard. And especially if you're moving that far down the pitch, the orange side, rank A low, will have so much of an opportunity to pick up boost on the way that they're able to counter so quickly.
Absolutely.
Zedo now puts into corner, but once again, just let it hand on over. Rank A low, they don't have to really push any further, do they?
No, and I think this is going to suit them really well. We talked about it in the last game, Bacon, quite a lot. I was very impressed with their deep rotation because it allows them to control games. Good touch by Drowsy. What?
Okay, Emron, you bigged up Drowsy here, and this is a testament to why. That was just a beautiful little solo play.
Yeah, I mean, look, I play with Drowsy a lot. His mechanics and his actual understanding in the game, they blend into each other. He's not great, he's not amazing at either one, but he's very good at both. Yeah, and he's just really, I mean, for a top level player, is what I mean now. Good pass, good touch. But, interesting, and don't forget, like, Bacon, this is for the $45, yeah? Like, this is this big game. Game 1 could decide this, yeah? So
exactly, momentum can really take the lead in this. Zedo getting bumped down the field there, out of play essentially. One goal is what is separating these two sides. Stake, Pugsy, and Zedo are just looking to near enough hold here.
Wow, I completely forgot Bacon. I didn't realize there was 10 seconds left. This game's gone so fast.
It's been a good one. That's why when you get good Rocket League, it seems to go in a blink of an eye. Morgan Donut just keeping that ball out. But here, where it's down into the blue, do you know the way side? That's not where it needs to be for them. Ooh, dropping down, that would have been a goal. Rank A low are going to take this first game. And the scoreline doesn't show it, but it felt quite favourable to Rank A.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd actually agree with that as such. I felt like Rank A, when they had pressure, it was sustained pressure, whereas, do you know, the way we're just giving away the possession when they had it up the field. At the end of the day, you have to say, look, fair play to Stake, because he's the one that got that goal early on as well, and he played really well, and I was critical of this guy, Bacon, in the previous series that we watched, and he didn't play well, and he was definitely the by far the poorest player in that team, but he's really stepped up in that game. If he keeps it up, I've no doubt that they can do this.
Definitely, but it is a best of 5, so potentially there are 4 more games. Do you know the way that they've got the chance to make, I want to say, another mistake in the sense of losing the game and still be able to come back on into it? But as I was saying earlier, the mental aspect of the game, when you've got that early lead, it sort of relieves a little bit of pressure, so you're able to just keep on rolling away, and that's why quite often you see sweeps, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. Blue need to, Bacon, I think, as you'll agree, they need to really keep this compact for the first minute or two of this game, because they can't concede. If they concede, I don't think it'll suit their play style. We talked about it in the last series. It suits Orange's style, down to the ground, and you don't want to sweep in a grand final. You want this going to game 3 rather. Is it game 3 or game 5? What are we looking at?
This is game 2, best of 5.
Best of 5. Oh, excellent. Okay.
That means more Rocket League for us to cast, eh? And for you guys there at home to watch, keep your peepers on the screen. Ooh, good follow through of Lacey. Just did not get the angle on that hit.
What a pass.
Stake and Zedo passing between each other, but well blocked out by Drowsy.
I've been very unimpressed by Lacey so far. He's played really poor. And even though he finished up second in the leaderboard last time, I thought Polly had a better game than him. So he needs to step up quite a bit to help his team out. He's been caught in the rotations quite a lot. And he's a lot of times just looks lost, I think, Bacon.
Definitely agree with that. It's been a weird side for them. You just need to work as a single unit instead of separate entities. Polly wanting to drag that into the corner. Stake gonna keep that there, keep it under his control. Got Lacey come on through, pushes it to the center, but well cleared by Pugsy. But well turned by Polly. Just near enough a case of right place at the right time for Polly there.
Absolutely, yeah. He didn't have as much boost as he probably would have liked there. Drowsy is AFK for some reason.
Yeah, interesting. We saw, well, it is past the 1 minute mark, so there won't be a server reset. Stake, though. And Polly, just going to sort of slow the game down.
Why? Oh.
Drowsy is left. And like I said, we've already had a goal. It's already past the 1 minute, so the game will continue. No reset whatsoever. We do keep playing. Hopefully the guys there are going to listen.
They've got a goal to defend, so let's see if they can do it. It's going to make it interesting now, Bacon, I can tell you that. I was actually, one thing I wanted to say earlier, Bacon, was I was actually about to start complaining if it was a best of 3, because that first game went way too quickly, so thank God we got a best of 5.
Definitely indeed. Stake with a long hit. Polly's got to deal with this, and does. Still not the best deal. I'm still speaking through gritted teeth here, because this is painful to watch. A lot of pressure going onto that blue net, and it's purely because the clears, the saves are not good there.
Not much they can do though, they just have to be very smart with their clears, Bacon. I know what you're saying about their clears, and I would normally agree and say, yeah, look, they're not really good clears, but it's all about keeping possession of the ball and making sure they have enough boost, because all they want is for Drowsy to get back into it. Yeah? Yeah,
and definitely agree with you there. You saw it. Zedo, instead of going for that ball, just went for that back boost, making sure that at least one of the defenders here is staffed. You can see Polly and Lacey are just going side to side that back line, picking up the boost, making sure that they can't be staffed, and that they're just going to play that defensive, clear the ball away game. That's all they care about. They've got that one goal. They don't need to score another one. They've just got to keep the ball on out.
Absolutely. I mean, Orange here should be doing two things, and they're not doing either of them. And I'd actually be furious if I was a coach. They should either be demoing, one of them should be committing to demos, or one of them should be committing to stealing the corner boost. And Drowsy's back now, and they've wasted that time. I mean, Bacon, they had a minute and a half there of that third player, and they gave away a goal essentially. Like,
yeah, with that minute and a half, the Orange side, rank A, who, remember, did win that last game, should have been able to get 2 goals, maybe even 3, the amount of advantage they had. You know, the one thing they didn't pull out, which in a way I sort of respect, but it's stupid of them not to do it, is the demos. As soon as they had removed one of those players, they would have got a goal, but it seems like they just don't need it anyway.
They just can't score on 2 players, that's what happens. Oh, Polly.
Polly. There you go. For some reason, having a third man means that do you know the way are going to make mistakes. No sense to it all, but it happened.
Absolutely. Good pressure from Drowsy. Welcome back into the game as well. It's good to have him back. But just a little bit of communication. These guys are insanely talented in the air. You wouldn't believe how good these guys are, Bacon, but I feel like communications could be a little bit better, especially from Polly and Lacey. They held off for long enough in the 2v3. So let's see how they do now. They're under a lot of pressure.
Ball dropping on down. Drowsy able to bounce off Stake and clear it the whole length of the pitch. Zedo onto it, off to that backboard. Lacey not getting the touch. Zedo does into that crossbar once again. Not into that net, however. And Stake, third man coming on in. Do not know where the defenders from Do You Know The Way went. They clearly just went in the wrong direction.
Oh, it's not good enough though by Lacey. I mean, if he knows he's not getting it, that's like one of the riskiest defensive moves you can make, Bacon. Yeah, I'm sure as you're well aware. To go and try and meet it off the backboard like that, yeah? When you're not already on it.
Yeah.
It's so unbelievably risky. You have to be so incredibly mechanically skilled to hit that. And he probably called it out in chat, and to miss it then it's criminal, you know? Because it puts your teammates in that impossible situation.
Ooh, I like that bump there from Stake as well, hitting into Lacey, moving that play. Just really, sometimes it just shows you don't have to hit the ball. But in the case Zedo there, you did have to hit the ball into the net, not wide of it. He had an open net and missed entirely.
I'm not sure if you noticed though, Bacon. I mean, he went...
What?
Ouch. Wow.
Emron, my little brain hurts here. I don't know what's going on. I can't fathom all of this, buddy.
It's actually a terrible, terrible 50-50 by Polly, I think it was. I mean, it was actually awful. It's 50-50. And you get deservedly punished for that, because you should just leave the ball at that stage, just rotate back. But it's also, I think, a problem there with the third Drowsy. He was up too high. You have to be expecting those kind of things that can go wrong.
Well, 20 seconds remaining again. Another game that seems to have just gone by lightning fast. It's looking like Rank A LOL will get their second game.
Too slow.
Steak on the ball. Gonna go out into the middle. Trying to connect with Zedo, but Polly keeps it off to the side. Oh, the ball just in from Pugsy. Another clean snipe from him.
I mean, Bacon, there's a couple of things we're going to talk about there now over the next few seconds, and Zedo has just decided to leave. Okay.
I think he's going to be changing his car. He's so confident that he's won this game. So, you know, there's the bug with the presets at the moment, so you can't change presets during the break. I reckon he's just gone off to change his car to what he wants it to be.
Well, they've won it anyway, and I mean, considering they couldn't score when it was a 2v3, but yet they've come back, and when it was a 3v3 and scored 4 goals. It's impressive.
It's nuts. That's what it is. It just makes no sense, but we'll allow it. As Steak and Pugsy clearly there take it all on their own, 2v3 there against Do You Know the Way?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess there's one or two things I spotted in that game anyway. If we look back to Rank A LOL's game, Bacon, I think it was against Electronic Generation, yeah? And remember how Electronic Generation they were actually the better team so far as to say that they had a lot of pressure against Rank A LOL. And only when Rank A LOL scored the first goal did they start like dominating those games, yeah? So what I think needs to happen...
Well, no, that game was against Total Esports, but we did see Electronic Generation go up against Rank A, like we can see it on Smash. And if you look at that match, Electronic Generation took the first game in a 1-0 game. So that means they were able to just hold off. And Rank A LOL, if you make sure that they're boost starved, they can't go on those counters, can they?
Yeah, I think the problem is though they're rotating so far. I mean, they're playing the third guy really defensive, as we mentioned before, and it's really paying off for them. One of these guys from Do You Know the Way needs to step up and almost commit themselves, Bacon. You know, that first roll where you just have to charge the ball mindlessly, like I would. Just go after it, follow the ball, challenge the ball, challenge the ball, challenge the ball. Make sure they have no time to react, and let the other two players rotate in a different way at the back until you got control of the game, because that's what you need to do in this situation. Because they have too much time to read. But let's go.
Yeah, definitely. Do You Know the Way now need to take control of the game as they are down 2 in this best of 5. That means Rank A are on match, nay series, nay tournament point here. And they're clustered up in the corner. It's a bit worrying for them, but they're not being punished for it by Do You Know the Way. All back in that corner, stay clearing out. Polly, knock that back to the corner. These lads, they like it. There's got to be something magical going on down there.
Absolutely. Very impressed in this series at the moment by Steak. Again, Pugsy had a very good last game as well. Zedo's been a little bit quieter, but I think he's allowing his teammates to play, which I think is actually better because I think he's the most mechanically skilled player in that team.
Sometimes you just need an enabler on sides, and sometimes you need a goalie or a defender. Painful goal for Rank A there.
Or a Pugsy to miss it. Pugsy got Mugsed, unfortunately, on the defense, and simple finish there for organ donor, aka Lacey. Big game, Bacon. I mean, they have to score. They have to win this. They don't want to get swept.
Yeah,
embarrassing.
Each game tonight has been big, but this, if you were to put it, for Do You Know the Way is going to be one of the biggest. Struggling to find the net here. They just keep hitting that woodwork. Pugsy coming on out, looking to drop this on down. He pinches it with the ground, sends it the whole way. Drowsy, well done to deal with. Does get it past Steak as well. Zedo, good control. He's just slowing down the horse, bringing it a bit of time on in. Pugsy's got to go up and puts it back into that corner that both sides are so favourable of.
Yeah, it took a long time there, Bacon, for a challenge to come in from blue team. And this is what I'm worried about. They need to make sure someone's challenging, especially now that they're up. They can let one player rotate deep, which is what Orange would normally do. Oh, mistake.
Zedo, not really punishing, but Lacey hands it on over the Steak. Still bouncing in the corner. Pass out to Pugsy. He can't get the angle on it, but Lacey once again with that clear. Sends it off to the wall into the centre, which Zedo is just absolutely loving. Steak with a power hit. Sends it to the net. 2 minutes on in the game. We've got 1-1.
This all comes back, Bacon, about 20 seconds ago from Polly's misplay on the defense. He's been very, very shaky in this game so far. So he needs to step up a little bit. Drowsy needs to give a little bit of support as well. It's 1-1.
1-1 indeed in the all-important tournament point here. The winner of this game, if it is rank A, they could be going home with $45. One more if you guys decide to donate a little bit extra into the Matcherino. Find that down in chat now. Zedo, just going to let the ball linger for a bit. Snake comes on in, double commit there.
What a pass.
Bit of an odd communication. Drowsy sends it off wide. Zedo gets to it first, puts it into the corner. Polly, up and out, Pugsy onto it. Going to hit that backboard. We're going to see Snake follow through. He does, but Drowsy, a good block from him.
What?
Okay, this... just how? Drowsy getting a doink. Nonetheless, super speedy, 101 kilometers per hour into that bottom right corner. That was a pinpoint shot, and just out of nowhere, do you know the way? Found the way to get into the lead. They're now sitting a goal ahead.
Holy cow, that was a nice shot. He's the only one back, and he stopped us.
Ooh, Lacey finally pulls his weight. And Drowsy, a great demo. Not just good, it was great to be able to just relieve that. But Pugsy finds a way through. What? Lacey into the backboard. Zedo coming through with a strong hit. Polly clearing off away and out. But look, Pugsy's going to come in with another hit. Oh no, Snake coming off of that backboard. Pugsy's a little too high with the hit. Sends it off wide. I just don't know what to say in these situations.
It was an absolutely phenomenal pass, but I'm going to criticize Pugsy there. He could have just passed it off the backboard for his teammate because they had a number advantage, and that's just actually greedy from Pugsy. They really should have been 2-2.
Well, Zedo sends it off wide. It's looking to just keep this pressure going on that backboard. Snake into the center, no teammate, so Drowsy will clear it. But here, he's clearing it straight down into his opponents. It's the same old problem we've been seeing from them all night with their clears. Snake up high. Good block there by Lacey. Polly not going to be able to reach it. Does actually after the war. I was expecting Zedo to jump in on that and really close it on down.
Lacey panicking there. Bacon, he's had a rough series for the most part. But he's had a good game so far, so that was his first one in a long time. We just need to be careful not to get back into game one, because game one was very rough from him.
Ball bouncing around in front of the net. Very dangerous there. You can see here in those sort of situations, do you know the way just need that third man to come on in and just hammer it away. But they're just going to keep that goal lead, and rightfully so. They're just playing the numbers, making sure that they're safe and secure. Ball up into the air. Zedo looking to just keep this into his control. Gets the ball out wide. Polly clearing it off. Pugsy going to turn around onto it. Maybe the last attempt here for rank A low. Both Zedo and Snake up in the air. Double commit coming on out. Ball bouncing around. Polly looking to clear this off. Going to keep it in his control. Hits it on down. And there we have it. Do you know Way have found a game? They're not out of the woods yet, though, as it's still sitting 1-2 in favor of rank A low. And Zedo once again leaving, maybe to change up his car once again.
No, a very good game, a very even game, I would say, Bacon. 7 shots to 3, indeed. I think they found the solution. They had a lot of pressure, but again, the stats are misleading. 7 shots to 3, yeah? Bacon, what I want to point out is a lot of those shots that they have from blue team are just kind of almost, hits at the net that aren't, they're almost there to like try and force a mechanical misplay as such, yeah? They're not difficult saves to make as such. Hence why you see 7 shots but only 1 save, even though only 2 goals are scored. So what happened to the other shots, yeah? But what I wanted to point out in that game, really well done by Lacey himself, organ donor. He did really, really well. I think he was the guy that just designated himself to go, I'm going to charge this ball, I'm going to charge this ball, I'm going to charge this ball. Literally what I said. And it worked for them. Zedo's had a quiet series so far. And initially I was praising that, but maybe he just needs to step up a little bit and get into the game more. Stake didn't have a very good game there either. So yeah, what do you think, Bacon?
I still think rank A will have this. They just relaxed a bit too much. You know, after 2 wins, you can get a bit cocky. And guys, just a big shout out. I've just seen it. $20 donation coming on in from Trox. That means that both of these teams will be going home with a little bit of money tonight.
Wow.
Winner getting $45 and the runner-up getting $15. So basically, everyone here is a winner.
And everyone, don't forget to type !rewards into the chat. Just for memes.
Oh, best memes, clearly. As we're back on the way, 10 seconds gone. Saw a good demo come out there, but it's well reduced. Polly having to deal with this. Putting into the center. Good link up with Drowsy. But Pugsy puts it off to the corner. Polly going to keep this going, keep that pressure. Double commit from Zedo and Pugsy. They're actually hugging, holding hands as they go up into the air there. Doesn't quite work. Drowsy nearly getting the dunk, but unfortunately it goes wide of the net. Zedo off to the backboard, looking for another touch, but Drowsy keeps it off, puts it all the length of the pitch. Lacey slowly puts into the center, but Pugsy able to defuse it, but Drowsy back onto it. The unrelenting pressure from Do You Know The Way now. This is what they have needed the entire time tonight.
But I do think, again, as we were saying earlier, if Orange go up a goal, their playstyle will benefit them. Blue need to score to have this game. It's really a question of if it's 0-0, we've no idea what way it's going to go, but you'd favour Orange. Nice mechanics.
Well, State picking the ball up, just looking to buy a bit of time. Pugsy, good follow through with that ball. Gets bumped off a little bit by Lacey there. Holly, it just needed to be on target, and that would have been goals. Both Zedo and Stake were clustered up together, occupying that same space. Pugsy with a bad clear as Polly was way up early for that. Stake coming through, looks for a block, but well done by Lacey to clear off into space.
They need to be careful here. The third guy isn't rotating. Drowsy didn't rotate there. They nearly got punished for Drowsy's misplay.
Also, tons of gift subs tonight. We'll be shouting them out after this match. Make sure to stick around for that. For a little bit of thanks there to the subscribers. But Pugsy, puts his foot behind that, gives it all the welly it needs, and Pugsy is going to get that first goal. If this goes by what everyone says, that could be it. This could be game, set, and match.
It's a massive goal, Bacon. It really is. I can't understand how much we haven't seen this team throw away a lead when they've actually been leading themselves, So this is a really big goal. Blue need to get a response quickly.
They do indeed. Oh no! It's all gone wrong for Do You Know The Way. Zedo gets his second goal.
Kick-off goal. Pushed up too high, Lacey. There's no third there. He can't get back in time. And it's just a simple finish with someone of the mechanics of Zedo. That could be it.
Well, this is really going to be the show of grit from Do You Know The Way. If they can get on through this, if they can weather the storm, come out the other end of the tunnel, because there is a light there. It is just so far down for them now, because as we said before, rank A low, once they get that lead, they hold on to it.
Pass.
It was a fantastic pass. Probably trying to be opportunist of it. Zedo, a brilliant clear from him. That's going to make Drowsy run back really fast. Stake being able to force it on into that corner. Looking for the pass, using that wall, but Zedo, it was just a bit too close, that wall from him. Organ Donor, otherwise known as Lacey, chasing it into the center. Zedo has to be clever with this. Holly just needed more power on that hit, but it had been so near impossible. Great back pass, actually. Drowsy going up to meet it, but Pugsy well dealt with to put it into the corner. Drowsy using that wall, keeping this attack going. Solo plays maybe not the answer here. Polly was waiting on the opposite side for a pass. No one in the center. Polly actually half rotates on in, looking to steal some boost. Completely out of position there. But Zedo, Pugsy, they're just going to keep this going. Ball dropping, but well done by Lacey to just keep that on out.
Oh. I was thinking about the flip reset there, Bacon. He should have... oh, no. There you go.
I think that's the nail in the coffin here, Emron. It's horrible to say with 1 minute 20 remaining, but the steam is just out of the machine that is Do You Know the Way, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, look, it's great that everyone's in chat, hyping up, etc. At this level, I can't see 3 goals been scored this quickly. I just can't see it. And Team Blue, Do You Know the Way? They haven't had the creativity to open up this team. They've been quite reasonable, but it's like I called. I just felt like that Orange the rotation is too clean.
Oh,
what a shot!
Polly puts it on down. This is it. This is the chance. 1 minute remaining. Polly gets the all-important goal off of a fantastic pass there from Orgadona. That is Lacey. Guys in chat, if you were ever to do it, if you were ever to give your energy to Do You Know the Way, this is the time. Shout it out. They need your love. Spam those little rewind hearts for Do You Know the Way, because they need it even more with a great retort from Pugsy. What?
Pugsy just goes STFU into the back of the net. See you later. Unfortunately, Bacon. There's no way they're going to score 3. I can't see
What's
it.
that sort of like? I think it's the Will Young song of like, you raise me up so I can walk on mountains, and then just suddenly smacked on down by rank 8 gods. And that is what they are, the rank 8 gods, as they have just suddenly taken the lead once again. They just let off the pressure a bit because they were so far ahead. And then as soon as they get scored upon, they're like, nah, get down, kids, and smack the Do You Know the Way side back to earth. It's incredible.
You know how many goals have been conceded, I think, in this series? I think there's like 5 goals and 3 in this game alone from kickoff, Bacon, which tells me, Do You Know the Way, they don't have a valid kickoff strat. And, I mean, we've seen it twice now where Dryzy has been LFB looking for boosts straight after kickoff, and his teammates already taken it, yeah? So, it needs to be called much earlier than that. And for a team of all grand champions, it's not really good enough. But you're looking back with stronger next week. It's been a fantastic performance by Rank A LOL. And to be honest, they had a much tougher game earlier on, and they performed really well here.
They have indeed. Rank A LOL. I want to say, actually, this is as well the best we've seen them play. Lots
Brazil?
of creative stuff there. Maybe a Brazil. I don't know. Do we deserve it, chat? Do we deserve the Brazil? Still 7 seconds in it. Let's see. Kickoffs have definitely been going in favor of Rank A LOL. Just got to keep the ball up in the air. Steak is going to do exactly that. Straight off to Pugsy. And there you go. Lacey kills the ball, sends it off wide, and Rank A LOL are going to take the finals. They're going home with $45, but rightfully so. Do you know the way? They did put on a good performance. It was close, and they're going home with 15 themselves.
Absolutely. No, look, very solid performance. And look up, because what did I say the last game? Zedo needed to step up, and boy, he did, didn't he? He really stepped up big in that game. And to be honest, I felt like for the 2 games before that where they won, before they lost that game, I felt like he was actually just letting Steak come up more, because I feel like he's just a more mechanically skilled player than Steak, unfortunately for Steak. And I think he showed it in that game with some unbelievable speedy plays. And yeah, they're going to be going home. They're going to be really happy. But Do You Know the Way? Don't forget, you get 15. It's not too bad. You get something. So you should be happy with your performance. You did really well, but except for the final, of course. But Rank A LOL, they're going to be delighted. Another win for them, correct?
Yeah, and that's 2 in a row, like you said. Yeah, played as a different team name last week, but yeah, 2 in a row. If they can get a hat trick, lads, I'm just saying it. Zedo, Steak, and Pugsy, you better be entering in next week. I want to see you do the hat trick. I think it's never been done before here on Rewind. We've only had the back-to-back. If they can do the hat trick, I would be super impressed, and I actually challenge them to it. Do you know the way? They've been getting stronger week in, week out here. They finally got to the finals, and next week I could see them challenge once again. No, we're not having a Steak interview, you little memers there at home. What we're going to finish up on...
Hey, Bacon, did you see what the top contributor said?
What did it say?
Bacon smells.
Oh, no.
$20 with the comment, bacon smells.
Bacon smells lovely. Trucks knows it. That's what he just didn't have enough space to put lovely on the end. Well, also, big shout outs for all the new subs. And guess what? They were all gifted here, Emron. Coach Duality coming in with 3 gift subs. Trox coming in with 4 himself, and MF Sweetie giving a sub to you, Emron, actually.
Oh, I got a sub. Oh, this is fantastic.
Actually, no, sorry. Trox came in with 5 gift subs. One there. Oh, wait. And just quickly having a look, just being asked from the Rewind guys as well, who should we raid? Let's quickly pull up Twitch themselves. If there's anyone you think we should raid there in chat, quickly throw it on down. We've only got a few seconds before we do it, so make sure to throw that on down. We're quickly looking at Rocket League because we all want to go on and, you know, watch some more Rocket League.
Question: why not steak interview? The chat wants the steak interview. What's
It's a meme. It's a meme.
Let's have the meme. Let's do the meme.
Well, yeah, let's go with that. We've just been told who we're going to be raiding, so let us go with that indeed. Looks like we're going to be raiding Lawler. Guys, send on over those rewind hearts, every single one of you. If you don't, well, I'm going to come out with the odd panel and give you a good old spanking. But from myself, Digital Bacon, joined here by Emron. You can find me here on Twitch. I'm a streamer as well, and over on Twitter. Where can we find you, Emron?
You can find me on Discord at enrong9837, Twitter at username_taken_. And I mean, you can just find me pretty much anywhere. You just have to ask. But guys, pleasure being here, Bacon. That was a lot of fun.
It's over.
Oh damn! See you later.
You did the raid too soon, Bucket.